Unleashing your inner superhero, the power of perspective and courageous action. Welcome, fellow dreamers and doers, to a journey that will challenge your perceptions, ignite your spirit, and propel you towards a life of unprecedented growth and impact. Today, we're diving deep into the transformative wisdom of Sophia Downs, a beacon of hope and catalyst for change, whose mission is to awaken the dormant superhero within each of us. Sophia isn't just a motivational speaker. She's a force of nature, a dream architect, and a possibility expander. As a member of the National Career Development Association and NAACP, she shared stages with influential figures like Trayvon Martin's father, Tracy Martin, and Missouri Congressman William Lacey Clay Jr. But her most powerful stage is the hearts and minds of people from all walks of life, where she plants seeds of courage and waters them with unwavering belief. Now, let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt truly inspired to push beyond your limits? When did you last stand at the edge of your comfort zone, heart racing, palms sweaty, knowing that one step forward could change everything? That's where Sophia Downs lives, and that's where she invites us all to join her. Imagine for a moment that you're wearing a superhero cape. Yes, right now, wherever you are, picture it billowing behind you, a symbol of your untapped potential. Now, here's the kicker. You've always had this cape. It's not something Sophia gives you. It's something she helps you rediscover. And today we're going to learn how to wear it proudly. First and foremost, Sophia emphasizes the power of perspective. She often says, your perspective is your superpower. Let that sink in for a moment. How often have you let your perspective limit you rather than liberate you? We're about to flip that script. Consider this. A young woman, let's call her Sarah, had been passed over for promotion 3 times. She was ready to throw in the towel, convinced that she wasn't good enough and that her company didn't value her. Sound familiar? We've all been there, haven't we? Feeling underappreciated, overlooked, ready to give up on our dreams. But here's where Sophia's magic comes in. She asked Sarah a simple yet profound question. What if these rejections are preparing you for something even better? Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, oh, come on, that's just positive thinking mumbo jumbo. But hold on, because this is where the rubber meets the road. With Sophia's guidance, Sarah didn't just put on a happy face and hope for the best. No, she took action. She started asking for feedback after each missed opportunity. She used that feedback, which, let's be honest, probably stung a bit, to improve her skills, expand her network, and refine her leadership style. 6 months later, Sarah wasn't just promoted. She was offered a position 2 levels above her current role. Now, that's what I call wearing your superhero cape. This story beautifully illustrates one of Sophia's core beliefs. Our challenges don't define us. How we respond to them does. It's a powerful reminder that resilience isn't about never falling. It's about rising every time we fall and maybe doing a little superhero pose while we're at it. But Sophia doesn't just stop at changing perspectives. She's a firm believer in the power of action. In her words, dreams without action are just wishes. How many of us have big dreams but let fear keep us from taking that first step? Come on, be honest. I see those hands going up, even if you're just mentally raising them. Sophia challenges us to embrace what she calls courageous action. Now, this isn't about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's about understanding that growth happens outside our comfort zones. She often tells her audiences, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Let me share a personal story from Sophia that illustrates this perfectly. Sophia had a stable job, a steady paycheck, and all the comforts that come with playing it safe. But she also had a burning desire to impact lives on a larger scale. The decision to leave her job and pursue speaking full-time was terrifying. She had 4 children to support, bills to pay, and no guarantee of success. But Sophia knew that if she didn't take this leap, she'd always wonder, what if? So she took a deep breath, gave her notice, and stepped into the unknown. Was it easy? Absolutely not. Sophia faced rejection, financial struggles, and moments of doubt. But she persevered, driven by her mission to make a positive impact. Today, she's living her dream, inspiring thousands, and proving that courageous action pays off. Now, I can see some of you shifting uncomfortably in your seats. You're thinking, that's great for Sophia, but I can't just quit my job and follow my dreams. I have responsibilities. And you're right. Courageous action doesn't always mean making big life-altering decisions. Sometimes it's about the small daily choices we make. It's about choosing kindness when it's easier to be indifferent. It's about speaking up for what's right, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about pursuing excellence in our work, even when no one's watching. These small acts of courage, they're like flexing your superhero muscles. The more you do it, the stronger you become. Sophia often says, excellence is not an act, but a habit. She challenges us to cultivate habits of excellence in every area of our lives. This doesn't mean striving for perfection. That's a recipe for frustration and burnout. Instead, it's about consistently giving our best effort, learning from our mistakes, and continuously striving to improve. And one of the most powerful tools Sophia uses to cultivate excellence is what she calls the daily growth challenge. It's a simple but profound practice. Each day, she challenges herself and her audience to do one thing that pushes them out of their comfort zone. It could be as simple as striking up a conversation with a stranger, trying a new skill, or facing a fear head on. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but my life is already so busy. How am I supposed to find time for personal growth? Sophia has a powerful answer to this. You don't find time, you make time. She emphasizes that personal growth isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. It's what enables us to adapt to change, overcome challenges, and reach our full potential. Sophia often tells her audiences, invest in yourself. You are your most valuable asset. This investment can take many forms. It might mean waking up 30 minutes earlier to read or meditate. It could mean using your lunch break to learn a new skill. Or it might mean saying no to activities that don't align with your goals to make space for those that do. The key, according to Sophia, is to make personal growth a non-negotiable part of your routine. Just like you wouldn't skip brushing your teeth or eating, don't skip investing in your personal development. It's like charging your superhero batteries. You wouldn't go into battle with a dead phone, would you? So why face life's challenges with an uncharged you? Hey, but personal growth isn't just about individual success. Sophia is a strong believer in the ripple effect of personal development. When we grow and improve ourselves, we become better equipped to serve others and make a positive impact on the world around us. This brings us to another core tenet of Sophia's philosophy, the importance of giving back. She often says, success without service is meaningless. No matter where we are in our journey, we all have something to offer others. It's like being part of a superhero team. Each member has unique powers, and when we combine them, we can save the world, or at least make it a little better. Sophia encourages us to look for opportunities to serve in our daily lives. It could be mentoring a younger colleague, volunteering in our community, or simply offering a kind word to someone who's struggling. These acts of service not only benefit others, but also enrich our own lives, giving us a sense of purpose and connection. Let me share another powerful story that illustrates this point. Sophia once worked with a group of high school students in a low-income area. These kids were facing challenges that would make most adults crumble: poverty, violence, lack of resources. But instead of focusing on what they lacked, Sophia challenged them to focus on what they could give. She helped them organize a community cleanup day. At first, the students were skeptical. How is picking up trash going to change anything? They asked. But as they worked, something amazing happened. Neighbors came out to help. Local businesses donated supplies. By the end of the day, not only was their neighborhood cleaner, but the students felt a sense of pride and empowerment they'd never experienced before. One student, let's call him Marcus, said something that stuck with Sophia. He said, I always thought I was too small to make a difference, but today I realized that even small actions can create big changes. Marcus went on to start a mentoring program for younger kids in his neighborhood, creating a ripple effect of positive change. This story reminds us that we all have the power to make a difference, regardless of our circumstances. It's not about the size of the action, but the intention behind it. As Sophia often says, small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to share one final insight from my conversation with Sophia. It's a message that I believe has the power to transform lives. Sophia says, your story is your strength. Too often we try to hide the parts of our story that we're ashamed of, our failures, our struggles, our imperfections. But Sophia challenges us to embrace our full story, including the messy parts, because it's often in those messy parts that our greatest strengths are forged. Your challenges, your setbacks, your moments of doubt, they're not weaknesses to be hidden. They're badges of honor that prove your resilience. They're the chapters of your story that make you relatable, that allow you to connect with others on a deeper level. They're the origin story of your superhero journey. Sophia encourages us to share our stories authentically, not to seek sympathy, but to inspire others who might be facing similar challenges. Your story of overcoming adversity could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep going. Let me share one last story that drives this point home. Sophia once worked with a successful executive, let's call her Lisa, who was struggling with imposter syndrome. Despite her achievements, Lisa always felt like a fraud, waiting to be found out. She kept her struggles a secret, afraid that admitting her fears would confirm everyone's supposed doubts about her. Sophia encouraged Lisa to share her story with her team. It was terrifying, but Lisa took the leap. The result? Her team didn't lose respect for her. Instead, they opened up about their own struggles. It created a culture of authenticity and mutual support that not only improved team performance, but also helped everyone feel more fulfilled in their work. Lisa's vulnerability became her strength. By sharing her story, she not only freed herself from the burden of pretending to be perfect, but also gave others permission to be authentically themselves. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with the challenge inspired by Sophia Downs. Take a moment to reflect on your story. What challenge have you overcome? What lessons have you learned? How can you use your experiences to lift others up? Remember, you have within you the power to inspire, to motivate, to make a difference. You don't need a stage or a microphone to be a force for positive change. You just need the courage to be authentically you, to share your story, and to take action towards your dreams. In the words of Sophia Downs, you are simply you, and that is your superpower. Embrace it, use it, let it propel you towards a life of purpose, growth, and positive impact. As you leave this talk today, I encourage you to take one courageous action. Big or small, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you take that first step. Because as Sophia would say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Make that step count. But here's the thing. This isn't just about you. It's about all of us. We're living in a world that desperately needs more heroes. Not the kind with capes and superpowers, but the kind with compassion, courage, and an unwavering commitment to making a difference. So I challenge you to be that hero, to wear your metaphorical cape proudly, to shift your perspective and see challenges as opportunities, to take courageous action, especially when it scares you, to cultivate excellence in everything you do, to give back and create ripples of positive change, and to share your story authentically and unapologetically. Because when you do that, you give others permission to do the same. You create a ripple effect of courage, growth, and positive impact that can transform not just your life, but the lives of those around you and ultimately the world. Remember, in the story of your life, you are both the hero and the author. You have the power to write the next chapter, to overcome the next challenge, to achieve the next victory. And as you do, you inspire others to do the same. So go forth and unleash your inner superhero. The world is waiting for you to make your mark. Your time is now. Your potential is limitless. Your impact is immeasurable. Thank you